everyone, and welcome back to the United Star. Manchester United are going to take on Southampton, and I've got Srijan with me from Southampton, India, to talk about the situation that is ensuing at Southampton, what their expectations for the season are, and how this game will potentially pan out. Obviously, if you're new to the channel and haven't subscribed before, do hit that subscribe button, do hit that like button, and show us some love. Srijan, welcome to the United Star. And what do you think going into this season? What are your expectations from Southampton?
Thank you, Prashant, for having me here. And let's talk about Southampton since you mentioned it. Yes, to be realistic, let's avoid relegation. So that has to be a realistic approach for a Southampton fan at this moment. So, as a fan feeling, I would be really glad if could actually make it to the top 12. Even though our last 2 years' performances were like we finished 11th and 14th respectively, but we have been in a downfall. If you look at the cumulative table for this year, 2021, we are at 20th position in the Premier League clubs. So, yes, if we avoid relegation, that would be more than enough for me.
And this is something I was going to ask you, in fact, and you said it already. So let's get into it. Is relegation a realistic possibility? Are Southampton fans maybe in hushed tones thinking about it, that maybe this Premier League run that they've been on continuously, being a solid Premier League club, is it possible that it might all crumble around you this season?
Relegation is really a possibility, and it really hurts me to say this. That yes, even though we have been pretty much fantastic in the Premier League, let's take example for 5 to 6 years. This club was once an example to others. Like look at Southampton, they just made it to Europe, they just got promoted back from the Championship. Now we are again an example to others. See what can happen to a club. So our owners are um, pretty much not that involved in business, and it's only the club management doing it for themselves. So yes, relegation is possibility for each and every club. We saw the same with Newcastle 3 or 4 years back, but then yeah, Newcastle is now a team which is actually considered to be in the bottom half of the table. Once it was a team, people used to actually support this team because they had the likes of Alan Shearer and actually win some cups and leagues. So yes, it is a possibility for us, and I wouldn't be surprised if we actually get relegated.
And you said that the owners aren't involved, and obviously that has been evident, and they are also, I think, going through certain financial issues of their own. But how much time do you think Hansen Hutel has got? Because this kind of football he plays, while it's very good to watch, is it actually effective or pragmatic enough to keep the team in the Premier League?
Let me tell you one thing that the Southampton fan base is divided into two parts. Now it's Ralph in and Ralph out. Let's take 10%. It's 45-45, Ralph in, Ralph out, and 10%. I don't know what's happening in this club. This is the 10%. So I'm pretty much in those 10% because Ralph has got his time. He got the money this time too. See, actually, even people who are like Ralph is not the right guy because Ralph literally proved what he could do. He literally proved to us that he could be the man who can take in charge for a club like Southampton because the manager before him were not that great. And it was a real chance that we might actually get relegated that time because we finished 17 twice in a row. So we just survived from the 18th spot and get relegated. But this Ralph guy, he got us to 11th and he got us 14. But now we are in non-form. So see, we are not in a bad position. So the people who are saying that Ralph is not the guy, they have their point because if you see the cumulative table for 2021, we are at the last spot. But if you see what he has done with this squad, then again they have a point. So again, if you see at this moment, I think so. Ralph is making some stupid mistakes, like by playing some players he has available, and I mean he's not picking up the best lineup that we have. I'm seeing uh, people who are not performing well in the pitch on the pitch are actually starting, and Ralph has to be evident of that. That this guy is performing good. He should be playing that, and unfortunately, he's not doing that. So I have my questions on him definitely. But then again, I love Ralph so much that I actually hate to see him go again. So even I'm in a confused state right now. I don't know what others think, and whatever I feel is that whatever opinion the other people have on him is legitimate because there are two theories revolving around him.
Right. But okay, let's move on to the players. You've spoken about the players. How sort of blindsided sort of were Southampton fans when Danny Ings' transfer was announced to Aston Villa. And obviously, that's a huge blow. So I'm not going to ask you how much of a blow is it, but how blindsided were Southampton fans when this happened? Or was there an expectation that he's going to move possibly?
No, not at all. See, I'm a person who is actually working closely with the club. Not really working, but I've been to many conferences and I get attention from the club. So there was this one meeting in where Ralph Hasenhuttl literally told to some fans from the world that Danny Ings is staying. Even our managing director even told us that Danny Ings is staying. So for that moment, I thought, okay, Danny Ings is actually staying for another year until his contract runs out. So this deal apparently is such a good deal because 30 million for a striker who is really injury prone. See, we both know how good Danny Ings is. For with a team like Southampton, he can score 22 goals. We know his part. So yeah, so he's a great striker, but he's really injury prone. And also he's 29 years old and getting 30 million for a player who's on his last year of contract. I think that's really a great business from us. I mean, yeah, it's really tough to let a player of his caliber to get out of team. So yeah, we'll be missing a lot. But then this deal is really something we needed for Southampton and to help our finances. So that's
But
why I think this is a great deal.
But Srijan, you say that it's a very good deal, and I understand that. But at the end of the day, Danny Ings is that one player who could have single-handedly, saved you all from relegation if it came to that, with the sheer number of goals he can score. So, what is the replacement plan? Whom do you see coming in, or whom do you see stepping up in his absence? Because you and I both know that Che Adams is not the answer.
Absolutely. We just got a striker from Blackburn Rovers. He scored 29 goals and 8 or 9 assists, I don't know. And he scored again in the last game, Adam Armstrong.
Hmm.
So he is the replacement for Danny Ings, and I was really impressed on his debut. But again, this is Premier League. This is no joke. Big names have failed here. So one game week is not enough, even though he scored. But he was really fantastic in the game, and I would love to see more from him. Yeah, Adam Armstrong is considered to be the Danny Ings replacement. We already signed him just days after Danny Ings' departure to Aston Villa.
Hmm.
And he looks promising. He definitely looks promising, but I cannot really compare him to Danny Ings right now. So we are not signing any more strikers. We already got one, and I'm pretty optimistic. This guy won't be, if not, won't be up to Danning's mark, but he would not be that bad to be a disappointment for us, because ultimately that was Danning's, and this is Adam Armstrong. He's not a pro one guy.
Hmm. And which other players do you think, in terms of the transfers, what other things do you think might happen till the end of the season? Or how do you see the team taking shape? Because you'll also have lost Jan Vestergaard as well. And that is another sort of rock in the team. So you could say the back and the front, both the sort of fulcrums of the team are gone. So how do you see things shaping up from that tactical perspective?
Absolutely. Actually, Saints have been hit hard this transfer window. You see, you took the heart out of a forward line. You took the heart of a defense line. Our goalkeepers aren't performing. And trust me, when I read the links of James Ward-Prowse, who is actually our heart, who is the heart of our midline, I was pretty disappointed. Although those rumors weren't true, but listening to those rumors were too much to take on. Yeah, but since we were robbed of our two players, Vestergaard went to Leicester City, and we haven't signed a defensive replacement yet. We just saw that how we can concede 3 goals against Everton in one half itself. The first half we were fascinating. Second half, same old Southampton, same old story. Conceding 3 goals again, poor defensive judgment, lack of leadership. So yeah, we are looking to sign someone. We have links with Gary Cahill. He's a free agent, but I'm really not too much reliant on him, and I want to look some more future prospective, someone
Hmm.
young who might step them in.
Right, right. And obviously, this is Manchester United coming over on the weekend. So fans are going to be back for Southampton. Obviously, you all went to Goodison the first week, and now the fans are going to be back. So, what kind of reception do you think the team is going to get? Is it going to be an excited atmosphere, or are there going to be some fraction, at least, of the support that is not going to be very happy about the situation?
Actually, no. See, it's reopening. It's a grand opening. People are more excited to be in the stadium. They're looking more forward to watch football in their home.
Uh, Srijan, you have gone on mute.
They will be more excited, and I don't think they will be appointment. But yeah, if we lose the game, which is more likely to happen, and I'm pretty sure United is going to snitch this one. So yeah, so they would be disappointed, but after all, they are Manchester United. We are expected to lose to teams like these, so they won't be much disappointed unless it's a big margin victory like last year. I won't like to mention the score. That score is a typical tagline for us. You know the score. So yeah, I mean 1-0, 2-0 defeat. See, all matters. See, you don't lose the game. You never lose the game. It's how you fight the game.
Hmm.
If we put up a solid performance, that's more than enough for the fans. We lose 3-0, we lose 2-1. We have to see that intensity. We have to see that the players are not willing to give up. That's what I live for. That's what any fan lives for. Results is secondary. Of course, we don't want to get relegated after all because that's something else. But yes, to fight against teams like this is what a draw would be a win for us. For
Hmm.
you, it might not be. For us, a draw is more than a win for us.
Right. But do you think that if it's not going well, let's say after 30, 45 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes into the game, do you think there'll be actual booing against maybe the manager or some of the players or something of that sort?
No, I don't think so.
Right.
If there is something like this, although I don't think so, it's going to happen. Even if there is something like this, I would be really disappointed with our fans because that's not how you treat someone. Because a turnaround can happen anytime. You boo anyone. Even I'm not. See, there are Danny Ings is actually now being hated by some of the fans, and I don't really like it. See, he has a future as well. He wants to play at an ambitious club. So booing is never an option. You have to support a team to thick and thin. Yeah, you can show discouragement, but you have to motivate your players when you're in the pitch, when you're in the stadium. You have to shout them out. You have to show them that we are with you. That's what your home support is for. You don't have to make it away at your own home ground. You
Right.
have to show love. You have to show support.
Absolutely. I mean, you've already spoken about what you expect from sort of this game and what you want to see from the Southampton players, which is just some fight, and a draw will be a good enough result, especially the way things are. But what do you think realistically will the scoreline be, and which Southampton player are you most excited to watch out for?
The scoreline coming to this, I think so. It's going to be 4-0 to Manchester United. I have to be realistic. I have to be down to the ground. Yeah, I can't let my fan feelings come out of me and tell you like, okay, Southampton will win 1-0. No, I have to be down to the ground. I have to see United just beat 5-1 less Leeds. Uh, I was expecting more goals. 5-1. Even last year did 6-1. You just did us 9-0 last year. So I have more reasons to think 4-0 is something that I would be looking for the next game as a realistic person. But yeah, I'll be taking a draw. And the most exciting player that I am to watch is Nathan Tella. He's
Hmm.
an academic product and yeah, academic graduate. He's going to be playing left wing, maybe over Nathan Redmond or the last time we played Musa Jenepo. So Nathan Tella,
Yeah.
I'm expecting his game start. Last time he was in sub bench. So let's see.
Right. And which United player sort of do you fear the most? Someone who could take the game away and make it like the scoreline it was last time.
How is this even a question? He's my fantasy captain. I'm going to captain him next game week also. You tell me which player I'm talking about.
Of course, Bruno Fernandez, I'm
Of course,
assuming.
he's my
But
captain. He got me 91 points, man. Why I'm not going to captain him again?
fantastic. So, as you've heard it, guys, I mean, there's one thing that Srijan is not short of is passion and belief for his club. And I think that came through fantastically. So, Srijan, it's wonderful talking to you today. And I do hope, for just your sake, that Southampton survive. I think it's going to be an uphill battle this season, but we have seen things turn around. And eventually, if 20 games you are not doing well, Sam Allardyce is available finding a job. So, that's that's always a possibility. But Manchester United versus Southampton, we're going to build this game up even further. You've heard what the state of Southampton is right now, what Srijan thinks. Do go and check out Southampton India. I've put the links in the description. We're also going to be doing a Hindi preview about this game. We're going to get some more people on to talk about what Manchester United might expect from this game as well. So thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Check out Southampton India and do watch the game and tell us how you all thought Southampton played and how Manchester United did as well. Thank you for watching.